Graham here with the latest updates from We Share Abundance. Hi. We Share Abundance is a cloud nation. We're an emerging nation, and we've been around for about 3.5 years and putting in solid foundations that will ensure that we are around for many generations to come, not just for a few weeks, months, or years. We are now improving and building our income to strengthen our economy, improve our currency's liquidity and value for the benefit of all our citizens. And anybody can be a citizen as long as you're of legal age. No cost to join, no obligations to do anything. You can look at everything and choose whatever you want to get involved in or not. It's entirely up to you. But you can enjoy the community just as a citizen if you wish. All our citizens get an issue of our currency every month, totally free. But there is a limit on the ability to withdraw from those free handouts of our currency to balance it with the liquidity that we have. The more a person is active in our community, the more we give him in terms of currency. So it's up to you how much you want to take. We also have a free raffle every month, and that isn't based at all on your activity, really. Well, it is to an extent, because the more active you are, the more draws tickets you get. But you can win tens of thousands of dollars worth of our currency in those free monthly raffles. We also have commission-based programs, and of course that is paid instantly to you. No waiting. You don't have to wait for a week, a day, a month, or anything. It's paid instantly into your account, and you can then transfer it. We have automatic transfer from our exchange, our own internal exchange, into the blockchain and your wallet on the blockchain. And you can transfer out in either our own tokens, ShareHope tokens, or what most people do is they convert them in our exchange to Tether USDT and transfer out in there. Okay, you can also, of course, if you want to buy something and you're new and you don't have any funds in your account, you can also transfer funds in using just for a transfer from your wallet into your account within We Share Abundance. It attracts no fees from us or from third party, because there is no third party involved. It's just a straight blockchain transaction, as though you were sending money to your brother or your sister. There is also an option to use a debit or credit card to buy things within our community. In effect, what you do is you buy our currency, and then you use that to buy whatever you want. As I said, anybody can become a citizen. We don't pigeonhole people based on what they look like or where they're from or anything else, what they believe, what they don't believe, what they think, what they don't think. You know, it's all up to you what you are, but we just see everybody as a human being, whether you're male or female, black or white. To us, you're just a human being, part of one big family, and all linked together. And that is a non-separatist ideology. And we'll be having a little affirmation to help us with that just before we get started with the updates. But before we get that affirmation, we will have a very short prayer to help us find true happiness in life, because that's what we're aiming to do for all our citizens. We're aiming to get you to a point where you have that ever new joy within you, something that you can't buy. It's always there, can't be destroyed. And we have a little prayer to help with that. We do have in the chat here, let's have a quick look. We've got some comments in the chat. I'm in the app at the moment, but I will be going to Facebook, because that's where we can put names to the people in Facebook. We've got Lewis in from Portugal in YouTube. and the rest of the people are in Facebook, and it just says Facebook user. So I'm going to head over there right now to Facebook, because we should be streaming live on YouTube, Twitch, and in our Facebook group, We Share Abundance Publicly. So I'm getting to that group, and when that comes up, I'll be looking for the 12th of December. A couple of weeks from now, and you'll have all had your turkey. Okay. Where are we? December 12th. So far, so good. And the comments panel is coming up, and we've got Deborah Nichols in from Southern Alabama, USA, saying hi to everybody, and Peter Stotesbury from again from Portugal, saying hi. Richard from Devon, not far from me, in the southwest peninsula of England. Norman from Doncaster in England, about halfway up on the right. There you go. So we record all these updates. They are available to you, and they're in the Facebook group. They're also on YouTube. Occasionally we have a mishap and it doesn't record in Facebook, but it's usually there in YouTube. And one time that I know of, it didn't record in YouTube, but it is there in Facebook. So we have them recorded every day since we launched 3.5 years ago, or whatever it is, and we will continue to provide them until we have a totally self-sustaining community. And that's what I'll be talking about a little bit this evening. And we've got Buzina in from up north in Scotland, Edinburgh, capital of Scotland. So let's get started right now with that short prayer, and then the affirmation, and then I'll tell you what we've been up to. Okay. Dear Heavenly Father, we are so happy and grateful for you, and we ask that you bless the We Share Abundance community, that it may fill each member's heart with unconditional love. And through that love, that each member finds the joy of service. And through service, attracts true happiness and everything they want and need in their life. Amen. And our little affirmation goes like this: we are so happy and grateful to be citizens of the United States of the world, with God and truth as our leaders. Heavenly Father, may thy kingdom of peace come into our world as it is in heaven, and free us all from divisive inharmony, that we may become perfect citizens in body, mind, and soul of thy world. Okay, we've got Kingsley in as well from Manchester. Manchester is where I hail from. I wouldn't want to go back there now. I'm happy here in the countryside, remote, removed from everything. No nightclubs, no pubs, no, not much traffic, not many people, not many houses. Okay, but we have nice fresh air blowing in off the ocean. Right. Yeah, Devyani has been in yesterday and today we removed, I believe, all. I've not checked it yet. I've been really busy today, and on top of that, I've had meetings that I could have done without, but I'll tell you a little bit about what's been going on. But I believe that we have now removed the links for coin payments and now payments. There is absolutely no need for anybody to use those services anymore. You can just simply transfer from your wallet directly into your account in We Share Abundance. It eliminates the fees that you would pay. It eliminates the fees that I would pay, or we would pay, for using a third-party processor. That's a big thing. You can, of course, still pay with a debit or credit card, and you can you can use a card to fund your wallet, and then use your wallet to buy or subscribe to anything that you choose. But there is no need and in fact no links now, I hope, for you to actually use Coin Payments or Now Payments for any of our services. Let me try. I was talking to Deviani. I've been in a meeting since then. Let me just recap and see if I can find anything there. Where? Lost Deviani's account. Here we go. She won't be here tomorrow, Thursday or Friday, and then we'll be back to normal next week with Deviani. Oh yeah, one thing that was missing from the pay it forward options was the ability to pay it forward for somebody in the pools using your ShareHope tokens. So that is now available. However, you have to understand that it does not qualify you for withdrawals or the person that you PIF in for withdrawals. Qualification for withdrawals can only come from outside funds. It can come from your available cash wallet only, basically. And there's something she said that I didn't really understand, and I didn't have time to discuss it with her because she was leaving and I had a meeting. But we'll be covering that on Monday. So nothing is going to happen development-wise now between now and Monday. I have also been talking with my superiors up there, and there's been a lot happening and coming through in terms of how we're going to structure things, and we're going to have to restructure a few things. I was hoping to get a message out. In fact, I'd started doing the message and then I got called into the meeting and it's not gone out. It will go out tomorrow, but it will be talking about restructuring of how we work things, mainly in the pools and ShareHope wallet, and how we reward people in there, and bring things to a level where a lot of people want, actually. I'm not sure they'll ever like what we do. We can never please everybody, but let's not worry about that too much. Where are we? Let's have a quick look. Yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to have a ranking system within We Share Abundance. And that ranking system will be easy to climb the ladder, certainly initially. And based on your rank, there will be different rewards. There will be a company-wide matrix. There will be a personal forced matrix. And if you don't understand the difference, I'll give you a bit of information on that in a moment. And there will also be your rank will determine the amount of withdrawal that you will receive from the ShareHope wallet. And these are automatic withdrawals that will be paid. And we start at the moment at $10, and that is going to change, and it will start at $5 for the bottom rank, which will be pretty much anybody should be able to attain that bottom rank very, very easily. And that's just a $5 automated withdrawal. And then it goes up to $10, to $20, to $50, $75, and it goes all the way up to $12,000. Now, to get to $12,000, you're going to have to put in a little bit of consistent effort, but it is something that is achievable by anyone. Okay, it is there. The only personal requirement you will need to get up to that top rank is to have referred 2 paid members. And paid membership, we're looking at $10. Okay, so that's all you need to do on a personal basis, but you will need to motivate a team, build a team to get up to that top level. But I think 12 grand a month automated withdrawal is worth it. Of course, you are going to need to make sure you have sufficient funds in your shareholder wallet, because if you don't have them in there, you can't withdraw them. So we will be also increasing the rewards that people receive as they go up in ranks. The effect of this will be that we'll be issuing more currency. The effect of issuing more currency in terms of dollars, because we can't issue more than a certain number of tokens every month. It's not possible. But if we're increasing the amount of US dollars that we are handing out to people because of their ranks as they get up higher in ranks, then it means we're giving huge amounts of our currency in dollar value to members, but we still have a limited supply of tokens that is linked to, and so it's going to drive up the value of the tokens. It's going to increase the value of the tokens, and it's going to happen faster than would happen if we didn't change things. Another reason for changing things is we've got to be totally sustainable within our own boundaries, within our borders. Anything that comes from outside of our borders will be a bonus. We've got to be totally sustainable from everything within our own economy, and it's got to be something that everybody contributes to. It can't be relying on 1 or 2 people, because if those 1 or 2 people are not around, what happens? The whole thing would fall down. So it's got to be built and based around our total membership, our total citizenship, and on expanding that citizenship to maintain growth and prosperity. This is very like the sort of thing that happens in a geographical nation. Many of you won't be old enough to remember, but back in the 1950s, the UK had a policy of immigration because we needed more people in to maintain our and improve our standard of living. And there was a famous quote from the Prime Minister at the time, who was, I believe, Harold Macmillan. Yeah, it was Harold Macmillan, who said, "You've never had it so good." And it was right. It was post-war and things were thriving. People were wealthier than they'd ever been previously, and we had an open immigration policy. In fact, we encouraged immigration, a little bit different to what's going on today. Okay. Similarly, at that time, and going on probably for another couple of decades, right into the probably 1970s. No, maybe up to around about up to the early 70s. Both New Zealand and Australia had open immigration policies where they would actually pay your fare to come and live in Australia or New Zealand, and they'd accommodate you when you got there, and they trained you in new skills and jobs and all this sort of thing. They needed more people in to expand their economy and growth. And until probably late 1970s or maybe even 1980s, Canada had a similar program. They weren't paying at that time. I think they did originally. You could originally get a paid passage to Canada as well. But they had what they called it a landed immigration policy. I don't think it's in existence now, where you could just arrive in Canada and say, I like it, I want to stay. But that, times change, things change. But this is what's needed, and it's what we need. We need to develop, and our resources are unlimited because we are a cloud nation. We have no limits. We can accept the whole population of the world, the whole 7 or 8 billion of them, or whatever there is of legal age. And maybe we can even get around that legal age loophole at some stage. The problem with the legal age is most countries and governments regard us as a business rather than a nation. And that is why we stipulate legal age at the moment. But we'll see what happens as we grow. So that is where we're going. That is what we've got to be doing. There's been an awful lot of time spent on this in consultations and various other things. And I believe we've got it now at a point where it's all falling into place. There has been a lot of things in the past that were wrong, and I take full responsibility for them because they were pretty much all led by me. That is the bottom line. When we started out, we had this vision of, through our own currency, being able to feed the world, really. And it looked great, and it was great on paper, but when we got into things, and after a few months, we realized that it wasn't sustainable. And in effect, had become a Ponzi. It was never intended to be a Ponzi. It wasn't set up as a Ponzi. And mathematically, it wasn't a Ponzi, but it became a Ponzi. And so we had to change, we had to diversify, and we've had to rethink things over and over again. And we've been putting in some solid foundations in the terms of the software that we have and the hardware that we have in the servers and everything else connected with We Share Abundance. But once again, through my fault, my lack of vision, perhaps even, although the ultimate vision has never changed, but the short-term vision, there's some of the things that I've implemented and done haven't worked, and to the detriment rather than to the benefit of our members. And I can understand that there's a lot of members that are upset by it. And the responsibility is mine for that. But once again, we have never changed from the vision. We still have exactly the same goals, the same mission that we had day one. And while some of the things that we've implemented haven't worked and have, as I say, been detrimental to members in the period of time we've been, they will come to fruition and they will ultimately benefit the members. I give you my word on that. How long? I'm not quite sure, but we will be doing everything we can to make things work, put things right, and make sure that every citizen benefits from being a citizen of We Share Abundance. It is natural, because it's the way of the world, that some will benefit more than others, because they will do more. They will be more energetic, more enthusiastic, more active, more industrious. And it's only right that they should reap greater rewards than those who choose to do little or nothing. We will encourage everybody to do a little bit. If everybody does a little bit, our community will thrive. And that is what we will be working on. And I will be giving a little bit more detail on that when I put it together in writing. As I say, I'd started it, and I had to just abandon doing the message because I got another meeting which cropped up unexpectedly. And then I had a pre-arranged meeting as well with Dave. It was arranged for yesterday, but we didn't make it yesterday, but we did get together today. I'm still not exactly sure how his Ripple rewards system can benefit We Share Abundance. And I didn't have time to actually get really in depth into that, but Dave seems to be convinced that it can benefit We Share Abundance. However, I do believe that when the app is available, it can benefit every individual. Now, whether it can do something collectively for our community, our country, our nation, I don't know how yet. I've still not got that sorted out. But the app itself will enable anybody that downloads it to benefit in multiple ways from multiple things within the app, and they'll be adding more and more in. So when that is available, I would recommend that everybody downloads that app. There will, I believe, be in the not too distant future millions of users of that app. Now, if we can somehow, and this is what I've not really understood, put We Share Abundance in front of those people, it could mean that We Share Abundance would explode in citizenship very, very quickly. If that happens, our initial mission and goals would be accomplished very fast. So there is potential there, but I don't really know how it's going to work and how it can work for us. I'm hoping that I'll be able to get more time with Dave in a more relaxed state where we can actually go through things. I know following the meeting, I had to leave it. I said, you know, I've got my live. I've got to go. But he has sent me some information, some written information, and some diagrams and charts which I've not looked at yet, which may clarify things for me. But it is potentially exciting. Stick with the updates from Avazoo, and particularly on that Ripple reward system, and we will pick up more and more as we go along. Okay. I can't really tell you what I've been up to. Well, I can tell you what I've been up to, but it won't make it mean anything to you. I have put put in some software that will enable us to do more things in the front end of We Share Abundance and enhance our presentation of everything that we do. The whole site will need to be revamped. It's just a case of which order we do it in. And the first thing, of course, that I'll be concentrating on is getting the professional image of our 777 plan, because that can make you an awful lot of money quickly, and it can bring some money in to our coffers as well. If it grows exponentially and quickly, then it could help with an awful lot of our costs and getting where we want to be, which is debt-free. When I talk about debt-free, I'm talking about debt-free to all our members, because we have no debts outside of our members. But we do owe our members quite a lot of money, some of them in direct loans, some of them in nest egg purchases, some of them in money that they put into staking the pools that they've not had withdrawals from yet, and this sort of thing. And all this needs to be attended. We don't owe any money outside of that, which is a blessing, because everything else that has been funded has been done not as loans but as gifts. So there is no other outstanding loans. It's only to members of our community. And the more income we generate, the faster we generate it, the sooner we can get to work on all those things and putting them right. The great thing about that is, if we generate $1,000, it will mean that our members have generated probably $20 or $30 or $40 or $50,000. Our portion of anything is relatively small, and so it means the more money you can put in your pockets, the more goes into our treasury. But it's a smaller percentage. But if we get a lot of people making nice incomes, those little bits will add up in our treasury and help us get where we want to go faster. Okay, we do have some numbers for you, which I'll give you in a moment, she said. No, there they are. But let's have a look. Have we got anybody else here? No, let's have a look back in the app. We had Lewis in, or we still have Lewis in on YouTube from Lisbon in Portugal. No questions there. So I hope that you're excited, because the changes will mean that people will have the opportunity to get big withdrawals from their ShareHook balance. It will take a while to get it all implemented. It's not going to happen overnight. But it does need doing, and it will work, and we will sort it out in a way that everybody benefits, particularly those people that have been more supportive and more involved with us in the past. The numbers, we had a net decrease of 9 in our registered members to 40,500 and can't read it. 40,503. Yeah, and I couldn't read my writing, but I had to take 9 off yesterday's balance. Okay, and then we have an increase of 12 in our active members to 3,737, and that's what we've got to push up. If we can, I mean, every member helps, whether they're active or not. In actual fact, you know, but if we can push those active memberships up, then you will see the token value increasing, you will see the liquidity increasing, you will see us being able to do more things for everybody, certainly internally initially. We've got to look after our own first. We love the world. We love to be able to help the world, but we all have circles of responsibility. It's ideal to love everyone equally. It's easy to say, not easy to do. To be able to love everyone equally, you've got to be a true saint. You've got to be a Jesus Christ or similar. But we can all strive to love everybody equally. But we have circles of responsibility, and my circles of responsibility are a big white dog over there and a lovely lady just up the back where you can't see, over there somewhere. Okay. And those are my immediate circles of responsibility, and of course then they expand beyond your own home to homes of your relatives and friends and your community and your village, your county, your country, your continent, and eventually the whole world. But that is that is where we are now. We are building something now which will, first of all, help all our members. Number one, get us debt free, get every member into profit with anything that they have ever put into We Share Abundance. And once we get there, we want to go beyond that, and we want to help every member be able to have a warm, comfortable bed in a safe home with a good supply of nutritious food and clothing and education and basic essentials in this modern world. That doesn't necessarily run to colour TVs or Rolls Royce or anything like that, but there is the opportunity for people to have all those things if they so choose. But certainly we want to make sure that all our members have what I class as abundance, which is, to be able to wake up in the morning in their bed and say, I'm so grateful for this comfortable, warm bed in a safe home with plenty of food and nourishment available. Okay. Once we've done that, then we can start doing work outside of our community as well. Okay, I gave the numbers, didn't I? That pretty much is where we are, but it is very exciting. There have been decisions made, lengthy consultations with various people, and above all, meditation every day, seeking answers, seeking direction. Because when I've gone it alone, I've made a mess of things. Okay, so let's get back on track. Let's get back on track, and that's it from me today. There are no questions there to answer. I will be here tomorrow. I should have got that. Well, I will definitely have got that message out tomorrow. There will be hopefully some things that you will start to see from the work I've been doing today on the website, and we'll wait and see. Okay, I can't work, I can't do 24 hours work in a minute. but I can do a minute's work in a minute. And if I can put all those minutes together, then we can make some good progress. God bless you all. Get out there, do what you can, share some love and abundance. And I'll be here tomorrow, same time, same place, 7 p.m. London time, YouTube, Twitch, and in our Facebook group, We Share Abundance Publicly. Until then, I love you all. My main concern outside of my closest circle of responsibility to my snoring dog now and my wife up on the level that you can see there, is to We Share Abundance and all its members. Once we go beyond We Share Abundance and all its members to the fulfillment of all the mission and goals that come with that. God bless you all, and I'll see you later, alligator, in a wild crocodile. See you later, alligator, always wear a smile. See you later, alligator, go the extra mile. See you later, alligator.